Hey guys, LC Gatsu here. This is me making a comeback from my illness. If you follow me on Twitter, you know I've been ill for like a week or two. I had the flu, so that's why I haven't been uploading recently. But now I'm back, and I'm back with a bang with my September 2020. Oh, I know it's technically October now, but who cares? This is the stuff I got in September. So first off, I got some really cool like bundle deals. So even that I forgot to include. I'll start off. So I got this one. It's all like Loot Crate stuff. So the first volume of Log Horizon. I don't plan on keeping this no matter what, but I got it for £1. I thought it'd be a good way to try out the series, and then if I like it, get the normal versions. Again, it was £1, and I was getting other stuff, so it didn't cost any more than £1. I then got Final Fantasy Typo, the Type 0, the manga. I love this game. So I was really glad to get that. And then lastly, I got Yowamushi Pedal. The first one of that. This was really interesting, but I don't think it was fun. But I don't think I'm going to continue it, just because it didn't really do it for me. And then I got a really good bundle deal that I was really excited about. Now, firstly, the reason I had to grab this from the bottom is because I'm not keeping this. I had to dip down to the bottom of my shelf. But that is Berserk Volume 1. So this I didn't actually want because obviously I've got Berserk Volume 1, but it came as part of the bundle, so I had to get it. I'm going to end up giving it to a friend, a good friend of mine, who I'm trying to get into manga. So I think this is as good a time to good a place to start as any. But moving on to the rest of the stuff, here's one that I read only yesterday that really surprised me with how much I enjoyed it, and that's Bloom Into You. This is a Yuri romance manga. Two things that are things I would normally avoid, but I actually really enjoyed it. So that was very it was a pleasant surprise. Next up, you've probably seen it everywhere, Spy X Family Volume 1. I wouldn't have picked this up normally, but I'm glad I did. I'm going to be doing a first impressions on it, so I won't talk about it too much, but look out for that. And then this, so I described this on Twitter as being the manga starter pack, because you've got Berserk, you've got a new Shonen Jump series like Spy X Family. Bloom Into You is a bit of the kind of oddball, but then you've got Pluto, which a lot of people would consider to be one of the best manga. I got Pluto Volume 1. Not gonna lie, wasn't a fan of this first volume. Don't plan on continuing it, but there we go. And then lastly that I got in this bundle, another reason why I called it the manga starter pack, is Monster, the first 2-in-1. So I'm quite excited to read this. I've heard very good things. I know it's by the same person, Urasawa, who did Pluto, and I wasn't a biggest fan of his artwork, to be honest. I know that's going to be quite controversial, but there you go. If I don't like it, I don't like it. So hopefully I like Monster more than I liked Pluto, but we'll see. So next up, we've got actually a couple of Blu-rays before I get into the next bit of manga, and this technically isn't anime or manga. Oh, the manga is manga, but it's technically not anime. And some people will groan when they see this, but this is, I got really into Ruby recently, so I've got the first part here. So I've got all that's available in the UK, so Volume 2 there, Volume 3, and I'm up to date with all these physical releases. I haven't watched any further yet. Volume 4 and Volume 5. I know it doesn't look the best, but it has a real charm to it that really drew me in. So I got really into Ruby, and therefore, moving on to the next bit of manga, firstly I've got the Ruby prequel manga. Now, this I also got in that bundle, that's why it was such a bargain. I got this with Monster and Berserk and all that. And I realised after getting it, it's actually done by one of my favourite mangaka, which was a really pleasant surprise. Shiro Miwa, he does a series called Dogs. Let me just pull one of the volumes off the shelf here. It's not the most well-known series. I don't really see people talk about it much, but I really like it. I know it's on hiatus at the moment. But he did this, and the artwork in it is so good. So nice. I love his art style. Just flipped around the page there. So yeah, I was really happy to pick this up, especially as I got it in that bundle for so cheap. And then I wanted more Ruby manga, and I managed to get a really good deal on these as well. So I got the Ruby Anthology manga. I've only read this first one. So that one's about Ruby. This one's about Weiss. This one's about Blake, Best Girl. And then the last one about Yang. So yeah, been getting my Ruby fix this month. I'm running out of things to get and to watch and all that. So, yeah, I hope they put out more stuff. I know they are putting out another anthology manga at some point. But, yeah, moving on to what some people might consider real manga, whatever, I don't know. I know there's a stigma around Ruby. But, as you may have seen on Twitter or whatever, I don't know if I've mentioned it in any videos, but I've been really interested recently in collecting some like shorter full series, and so kind of like between 1 and 5 volumes, and this one, absolutely loved it. I'm probably going to do a video on it. It's Mythical Beast Investigator. It's a 2-volume series, picked up both volumes, so there's volume 1 there, and we've got volume 2. It's just like a really nice story about this cute girl and her companions going around and solving these mythical beast related crimes and stuff like that. And it's just, yeah, really fun series. I normally don't like series that focus on like short stories. Like each chapter mostly in that book is its own thing. You know, it's its own little story. There's a couple of like 2-parters, but for some reason it really worked for that kind of series, whereas in a lot of other series I really don't like it. So yeah, I was really happy about that. And then here's a 3-volume series that I got into. I actually got this from I found out about this from Just a Freak. I was watching his collection video and he had it in his collection. It's a series called Soul Liquid Chambers. Now, I'd never heard of it before, but it's like a zombie series basically, with some weird twists. It's done by the same person who did Dance in the Vampire Bund. And I really, well, I don't want to say I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. It was definitely a surprise that I enjoyed it. It doesn't feel complete though, as you will probably, as I will probably find when I'm reading all these like really short series, because most of them ended up being cancelled. There's volume 3 there, but it's basically, yeah, it's just like a really fun, interesting zombie story, and I will get more into that when I do my review video. I have a lot of videos I need to get around to now that I'm starting to feel better. So yeah, but that's the 2 complete series that I got this month. And then Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 2. This is very on topic at the moment because the anime has just started. I really enjoy the manga, so I definitely want to watch the anime once it's like all out. Now, this one technically isn't for me. It's for my girlfriend. She's probably going to hate me for saying this, simply because of the subject matter. It's a series called Pleasure and Corruption. Now, this is my first Denpa manga, which I didn't even know it was published by Denpa. It seems really interesting. It's about kind of kinky stuff like S&M, but I haven't really read into it. I haven't read it yet, so I don't know to what extent and how kind of graphic it gets. But yeah, I'm looking forward to reading it. I think she is as well. So just to see, you know, what it's like, what it's about. Obviously, it's more in depth than just being about that kind of stuff, but that is kind of the core of it. Now, next up is a manhwa, actually. Now, this is one that I was interested in for a long time, but it was like out of stock everywhere. I know it's out of print, but I managed to find a really good deal for it pre-owned, and that's Shaman Warrior. Now, this is often likened to series like Vagabond and Berserk and stuff like that. Not quite to the same quality level. I have to say the first volume didn't blow me away. I'm in no rush to continue it. I did enjoy it, but I'm definitely in no rush to, like, you know, get the rest of the series. It is only like 7 volumes, I think, so I definitely do plan on completing it at some point, as long as it is, you know, decent throughout. Now, last up in my manga, because I do have a few light novels as well, last manga I got is a series called Extravaganza. Now, I was going to do this is the first, it's a 2-in-1 technically, it's the first volume. I was going to do a first impressions video on this, but I figured I might as well just do a review, as it's only 7 volumes, which is collected into 3 2-in-1s, one of which being a 3-in-1, I believe. It's printed by Udon Entertainment. I didn't even know they did manga. I thought they were just a kind of comic publisher, but they do manga. And this is one of the series, and I really enjoyed this first volume. That's why I wanted to do a first impressions video, because I don't really hear anyone talking about it, and like I really enjoyed it. But I figured I might as well just do a whole review on it once it's once I've read the whole thing, as it is quite short. But yeah, so moving on to the last stuff in my haul, the light novel haul. So first up, I got my first J Novel Club light novel, and that is J.K. Harrow is a Sex Worker in Another World. Now, it sounds bad, and it is. It's about it's basically the prostitute isekai, you could call it. But from what I've heard, so I listened to the light novel podcast, and from what I've heard on that, is a lot of them have said, obviously it's got all that stuff in it, all the kind of nasty graphic sex stuff, but when it comes down to it, it's just like a really nice, touching story. So I'm actually really excited to get into this. It's not, because it's a more mature light novel, it doesn't have any illustrations, but judging on the subject matter, it would basically be hentai if it did, so yeah, I'm not surprised it doesn't have any illustrations. But next up is a light novel that does, and this is one that I was interested in for a little while. It's called The Dirty Way to Defeat the Goddess's Heroes. Damn you heroes, why won't you die? Firstly, why did they have to make a light novel title so long? But secondly, I really like the artwork in this. There's a lot of artwork throughout, and I do really, that's one of the things I really like about light novels. I got into light novels through manga, obviously, and I like to have some, I like to have illustrations in my light novels to, one, contextualize what's going on, help me like visualize it, but also like it's just nice to look at, and generally you get some really good quality artwork in light novels. So I'm excited to read that at some point. But I have a lot of light novels to read through, and obviously manga is a lot easier to read through than light novels. Now, before I get to my last light novel, I do have an original English light novel. So I've got AR Dragonfly Volume 2. Now, I reviewed the first volume of this. The author, Joshua Piedra, was kind enough to send me the first volume, and I reviewed it on my channel. And as I said in that video, that I was interested in picking up the next volume. And so I put my money where my mouth is and got the next volume. So I'm looking forward to reading this, seeing where it goes. I know that if this volume doesn't kind of take strides to improve where the first volume kind of suffered, then I probably won't be going any further than volume 2, but we'll see. I might really enjoy it. I hope I do, because there was aspects of the first volume that I did really enjoy. So yeah, I'm hoping that that really gets my attention. Now, lastly, this is one I've been clamouring for a long time, before I even got into light novels or anything. And this is Mobile Suit Gundam, the novelization, also known as Awakening, Escalation, and Confrontation. Because this is 3 in 1, 3 volumes in one. So it's Mobile Suit Gundam Awakening, Mobile Suit Gundam Escalating, and Mobile Suit Gundam Confrontation. And it is a light novel. It includes some illustrations and that of like the certain parts of the Gundam world. Not much of the mechs, it seems like. Which is a bit disappointing, but there you go. You got Degwin's RV there. And yeah, so it includes all 3 of them, so you can see you get the covers. So that's volume 3 there. I'm really excited to read this, because I know it does differ from the series. I've got a couple of spoilers, like for example, spoiler alert for the Mobile Suit Gundam novels, if you haven't read them or anything. I know that Amuro gets laid. So that's kind of cool. I won't say who with, because that, even if you have watched this far, I don't want to spoil that for you, because it's very interesting and I think it's cool. So yeah, that's everything. That's everything I got in the month of September. I think I did really well this month, especially for the deals that I got as well. Really happy with everything I got, and I'm looking forward. There will be a video out on this Wednesday of my trip. I went on a road trip to collect some manga, so I'll show off all that manga in that video, but I will also show that off in my haul at the end of the month as well. So yeah, thank you all for watching. If you liked the video, like it. Let me know what your favourite pickup of mine was in the comments. That's it. And if there's any short series as well, some good short series that are printed in English that you think I should check out, definitely let me know. Generally 5 volumes or less, but I can, for certain stuff, I'll stretch to like 7 or 8. But it just depends what it is, basically, how much it interests me. But yeah, let me know in the comments, and thank you for watching. I will see you next time.